and right now Aisha is going to leave us because she's not supposed to be leaving the castle since she's the princess and all, but she left with us in secret so she could go onto an adventure with us. But now we're going to talk to the king. The king wants to talk to Deln alone. We'll give him a ring, like an insignia or something. A little thing, which is another key item that's gonna let me open a door later. Alright. So yeah, now we have access to a boat to get to Ruins Island. Ruins? Yeah. I have a little problem pronouncing it a little bit. But yeah, now, since I'm pretty sure I learned the tornado skill, I'm not certain, but it's a little bit, I'm still trying to figure out if I actually, I didn't see the thing that popped up that told me that I learned it. The game will make you learn it, but if you have something over the screen already, it's not gonna show up. But I'm just assuming that I already learned it. So, also I'm gonna equip a new skill on Aisha. That skill is gonna give me... It's gonna let me skip some parts later, or use them as shortcuts. Also here, if you play on PC or PSP, it doesn't matter. This text box, even on fast forward, will double tap sometime. So yeah, it gets annoying. It gets annoying even on PSP. PSP is the worst of it. I like PSP a lot, but PC version's just more convenient. Also here, our next character, guys, is going to join you, or join us, but like Elk is extremely useless, so I'm not going to use them at all. Also, this is where I'm gonna get the S-Stock, which is a sword for Deln that gives him the piercing attack stance, or attack type in this case, and it's gonna give me or allow me to move a lot faster. So no more rolling, or just rolling in general. But, yeah. Also, just a mini boss here, really easy. Using that new skill because you want to learn it as soon as possible. But is Twitch actually playing us again?
I'm still seeing you.
Oh. Alright, well we got an amulet, a little thing that allows us to breathe underwater, and I mean it doesn't look like it, but it's actually really useful for some part later. No, but right now, the main goal is to learn that skill before getting the S-Stock, or learn it during that time. It's all RNG, the number of uses or the number of skills that I use. During this fight here, you want the Knight Crest as fast as possible, like this, without them attacking you, or you lose time again. Alright, this is where the S-Stock is. We're gonna kill those monkeys, or use the skill until we learn it. Alright, we got the skill. Now we get the S-Stock. Oh my god. Open the chest. Thanks. Alright, so with this, we equip it right now, and since we can pierce now, we can do charge attack while rolling, which gives a big momentum, which gives a faster way to travel. Also, what I picked up back there, the accessories called Night Crest. Night Crest will boost your experience gained. And it's very useful for a Dole because a Dole is going to be using it for a long time. Because we need a Dole to get a lot of experience since he's not going to be used much outside of traveling. Also picked up another bow. The other bow is going to be good because it gives another skill that is very good and is probably the best skill outside of Cataract Blue for Aisha / the other character we're going to see later. No need to give her name just yet. Alright, so we just go around, take the Naya statue. Naya statue can block the water stream from blocking your path up here. So we're going to use it to get to the boss. And at the same time, we're gonna actually not fall into the hole, thank you. Alright, so we're gonna use... Oh, I should probably equip that skill before actually attempting to use it. So we're gonna use the skill here to farm those guys at the same time as items. Getting a level up here is pretty huge for damage on Aisha. So we're gonna get that and go to the... Oh, before I actually forget to equip the Night Crest on the Dole. So the Dole can get a ton of experience. So now the next boss is an octopus. The octopus has the tiny green octopus inside of it, and that's the main target. Wherever he's hiding, like whichever head, tail place he's hiding, this is the only place which is in the where I'm going to be able to do damage. This is bad. Alright. This is actually already bad. I'm gonna try to get some guard attack here going. Or try not to die at the same time. Alright, so the little thing left the main head, and now everybody has insane damage against it. So you want to do as much damage as possible before it goes back into hiding mode again. Taking a lot of damage, but it's okay. Now oh my god. Alright, so the arms can actually capture your character. They actually heal by a lot if you let them do it. They actually heal him by a lot if you let them hit your party, so you don't want that. Frozen, no bueno, that's not good. I don't want to use potions anymore, or try not to use them as much, because I will keep them as safety for something later. Alright. I still have 2 red salves. So the boss should be dead now. Yeah, the OST for the boss fights are really good. Well, I'll have to agree on that. Alright, so we see now the fifth dragon statue, but the first one, the moon statue, was actually a fake. It doesn't tell you that, but yeah, it was. Oh, that's right. You can't look for that. The first one is not a real statue. It doesn't tell you that until later when you actually like discover the real one, but. The first one gave us the extra skill. It was just not the real moon statue, moon shrine. The real one's gonna be seen a little bit later in the game, and by later I mean like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, since we're just moving through the game a little bit too fast. So now you can't leave the dungeon here. You cannot teleport away because there is a forced cutscene coming up, and I'll explain in a second when it goes. When the cutscene is going to be playing. After this whole little fight here, that doesn't really. That is not too hard. It's not anything big. It's not a big boss. So now the Dragon Knights are gonna be coming to this island to arrest Adol because because they think Adol killed the king, and the reason for that is because when Adol was by himself, they saw him as being the only one, the last one that saw the king alive, for that matter, and now they all think he did it. But if you saw the cutscene right before going to Ruins Island, there was a little cutscene with someone entering the room, and it doesn't tell you who it was. So, we all know Adol is innocent and stuff, but now they want to execute him, and the best way to do that is to fight a Titano, who's a really, really big monster. Apparently nobody has ever killed. But they don't know Adol that well, so we're gonna be fighting this Titano, trying not to actually die from it. So if I could actually guard properly, that would be cool enough. So now after that, Gaius and Doji are escape their cell and are helping us to escape. And on the way, Tia gives us another way to leave. And during this cutscene, you can see Sias show up, telling him that he shouldn't be doing that, or she shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be helping us. But yeah, now we cannot go to any town the normal way, the normal route, because the Dragon Knights have outposts pretty much everywhere. So the only place we can go right now is this village here, the secret village of Iska. And this is our next destination. Also, not a good look, but the music for the overworld is going to change after going through this area. So yeah, now rip the overworld music. Yeah, it wasn't a really good, it wasn't really effective, that smoke bomb, of course, but apparently the game thinks it was, so I will not question that. Alright, so now we get every member of a party back, including Elk. So now, the next objective we have is to go to every single dragon altar that we went to before, and also just oh my god. Yeah, so we just have to revisit every single dragon altar we were to. Alright, so I'm gonna start to gather a lot of dragon energy drops for a quick kill later. Or actually 2 quick kills, because those drops, like I said at the beginning, they refill your SP bar all the way up, and is very useful later, it will be anyway. So, I'm just gonna backtrack a lot now. The next boss is not gonna be for a long time, because my level is still too low, or in this case, not too low, but it's not the ideal level. I'm also gonna gather the Iron Horse here for a weapon later. Yes, I could have taken that at the beginning, but since you have the dash ability and you have to get through this area again, it's better if you dash through instead of just rolling. Saves a little bit of time. So, now we have to revisit every single place again, and I'm not going to go there yet. The first thing I'm going to do is reactivate the little shrines, because during that little cutscene where I fought Dano, every single shrine deactivated, so you cannot teleport there again. So you have to activate them again. Also, rolling and charging actually hurts my finger. It hurts fingers a lot. So if your finger hurts a bit after a little bit of time, this is not for you. Alright, so with the new items that we got, the bell, we can access those secret areas, and this is the main way to travel between town now. Here we see all the upgraded enemies, recallers, that boss we just killed.
Does that mean you have to cut off more spider legs?
Nah, no more spiders.
Well, that's good.
Well, you'll see a smaller spider, but you don't really have to kill it. Thanks for.
Good.
Yeah, I hate spiders, and I hate the spider fights, and if I had to fight the spider again, I would probably hate this game a lot.
I was thinking it's Halloween and we want to save the spiders. Save the spiders.
Alright, so we get more characters now. We get, oh, yes, okay. I was a little bit confused there for a second. I thought I had Elk in my party, and I don't want that. Alright, there's another dragon energy drop here. You would, in the old route, you would get that and sell that one before going through the quest. It would save like some time, but since I made up a quick kill, I'm not going to use it or sell it. I'm not selling that one. I'm gonna do the quest. It's, I'd say, about 20 seconds slower to do the quest, but in the end, it saves a lot of time doing the quick kill. And you'll see later what the quick kill is when more talk about it. Also, Pickard here. If you're looking for pickers, this is one spot where one is. Also, another detour here, another energy drop. And in total, I'm gonna get 4 of them. Use 3 of them on the single boss, and one of the boss that is coming up is that one. Also, here's another spider. Alright, so now the fever is going a little bit, is getting worse for Croxy. And we need to find a way to cure her. But right now, don't have time for that. I'm gonna start stripping everybody of their equipments. All the useless characters. As you can see, most of the characters have new equipment now, and after killing the Titano, everybody gets a new equipment, or whoever is not in your party will get one. So we're just gonna sell everything, including the Powerist one. Just making sure that I didn't screw it up. Okay. And we're gonna buy an equipment for Adol to give him the skill. I think it's called Dominator, which is a multiple hit skill. Also, the weapon keeps piercing, so you can still charge attack through. We're gonna see our friend the worm again for the last time during the run, but we're not gonna kill him. We're gonna let him live. He really wants to hug me, but I don't want, so I'm gonna run away in fear. Alright, so this is the very first dungeon, the very first Dragon Shrine dungeon that we are accessing. You can see how different the atmosphere is. The music is also a lot different. And most of the dungeons are going to be like that. All of their theme is going to be like whatever the previous dungeon was. Like this one is fire. So we're inside a volcano. We're inside the volcano now. Also, we're gonna access the Powerist 3 plus 50 strength to anybody that has it equipped. Very, very, very useful. And more money. Gotta take a little detour here to get a weapon for Mustafa. Which is gonna be his main weapon for a little bit. Well, not Mustafa, but Proxy is gonna use it too. Alright, so with this, we're going back to the cave. We are not going to clear this dungeon just yet because we don't have enough levels to actually do decent damage. So we're going to go back through the cave.
Also, it may not have given us the notice, but it looks like we're being raided with a shining raid. So welcome everyone to our charity fundraising marathon, raising money for the wonderful charity of Take This. So we'll tell you a little bit more as the run goes on.
what's up, Bowie? Thanks for the raid.
This is a good time to mention that we do have some incentives for our next run, which haven't really been met. We do have the opportunity to name Blazer for both runners for the Soul Blazer race, which is happening immediately after this year's run. Currently, the name Valkyrie is in the lead with $10, leaving one space open and the other name very easily overtaken. So feel free to donate towards that or some of our other naming incentives. Dravenheart has linked the incentives in the chat. We do also have some non-naming incentives, such as making Yagamoth's Secret of Mana run glitchless and sending the Boyons and Sprite on vacation, which to me sounds lovely.
Alright, just in time for this fight here is the quickest fight in the game. I equipped the power spray and the item, the new weapon for Mustafa, which with an extra attack just instantly kill everything. Right now it's rolling great. I like rolling. So at the same time, we're gonna buy a new bow for Sigrun. Not a new skill, just a new bow for more damage. It's gonna be the bow for the Wind Dragon and also the Herd Dragon later. Alright, we get a blue jewel here. The blue jewel cut the SP usage by 1/3, I think. Don't know the exact numbers, but it's about 1/3 of the SP needed for a skill. Very useful.
I love how that snake sat and waited for the switch to activate. Very kind.
Yeah, during the cutscenes like that, enemies don't move. So it's very, very good.
Also, does anyone else find the sound of Deln hitting the buttons to roll really soothing? Because I know I do. I'm just like, oh, it's great.
Well, I should not hold my controller too close to the microphone then.
No, it's good. I love it. It's soothing. It's just this rhythmic tapping. It's lovely.
Yeah, it has to be in a rhythm, because if you don't do it correctly, you can miss a roll, and that way I just like to listen to my tap. That's pretty much how I do it. I just listen to myself tap without talking sometimes.
They see you rolling. They hate me.
Alright, so we are almost at the point where we're gonna start getting some levels. Those enemies, they give a lot of levels, but I have a lot of experience, but not enough for the speedrun. The old route used to kill everything going to this wind dungeon, but it took too long to be worth it. So there's better enemies to kill here. Also, those little holes there that I dashed over, if you release the charge attack during the second one, it actually makes you fall into the second hole. So it's actually terrible to use charge attack there.
Just gonna cut in with a quick donation. We have $20 from Tina Hack saying, "Charity, you say? Well then take this, $20 to naming Blazer RPG." So that does put RPG in the lead for our naming incentives. If you want to take one of those names over, you have to donate a minimum of $11.
Alright, so just in time here to showcase the first shortcut here. You can use that skill to make it over the wall, which is how you access this button early. And also, this is where I equipped the blue crest, or blue jewel, let's say, to Sigrun. So here, this enemy is invulnerable with those characters. Well, not invulnerable to Mustafa, but it's too long to kill it. And the way it works is it will follow you with 2 attacks and then land. And if you go for the button right away, it will land right next to the button and will lose you at least 10 seconds. Alright, in here we're gonna start killing some enemies. I almost died there. Also, in the meantime, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna equip the other weapon to him. So he can start learning it. Also, I just took a massive hit there. Wasn't very nice of them. Also, you cannot access the top part of this map, of this room, without activating this button here. Like a secret button that you cannot go there. You cannot reach it until you fall from the staircase up there. And it's also good because doing that respawns the birds, so you can kill them a second time. Alright, so this should be enough levels for the first boss anyway. The first boss at least. 40 is what I would go on a Deln. Or 40 or 41. 41 is good. 40 is actually pretty good. It's the minimum that I would go for. There's more birds to kill, but this is the only one that I will kill, the last one I will kill, because it's blocking this chest here, and it's pretty good experience. I could go for another one to get the Deln level 41, but he's gonna get level 41 during the mini boss anyway.